My business is boring. It's not flashy, it doesn't look cool on TikTok, and it's definitely not one of these hype-driven AI automation agencies that you see everywhere right now. But this boring business makes me over $250,000 every single month, and if I lost everything tomorrow, this is the exact business I would build again from scratch in 2026. Because in a world where everyone is chasing what is shiny, the real money is sat in the boring stuff. The simple problems, the things businesses actually pay for. So in this video, I'm going to break down why boring AI businesses are the best ones to start right now, what my own boring business actually looks like behind the scenes, and how you can build the same business from zero. Why? Honestly, it pains me so much to see so much opportunity in the space right now, yet so many people struggling to get their feet off the ground. And I know what it was like when I first started my business with a lack of clarity on a logical path forward. I had to figure it all out by myself, and if I can help you avoid that, then that is a win for me. And of course, a very small percentage of you may decide to work with me in the future. So let's get into it. Now, when people hear the phrase boring business, they usually think about something old or slow or outdated. But that's not what I mean at all. A boring business is simply a business that solves a simple, painful problem that people will always pay for. You don't have to start the next billion-dollar software company or come up with something new and unheard of, just something very simple, reliable, predictable, and annoyingly essential. Think of the classic boring businesses that everybody ignores. Okay, we have storage units, cleaning companies, restaurants, plumbing, roofing. They're nothing glamorous here. Okay, these are very mundane businesses, but they print money and have done for generations because they solve problems that nobody can avoid. And that is the reason why billion-dollar investors like Warren Buffett love these kind of businesses. They are reliable and they make money from day one. Now, I'm sure you're watching this thinking you don't want to start a physical business. Okay, you're here because you want to start an online one, like I did, and you want to capitalize on the global boom that is AI right now. So what do? You take the reliability of a boring business and you combine it with the leverage of AI, but not another automation agency and not some random workflow service that stops working the moment a new tool comes out. I'm talking about a boring AI business, a business that solves a painful, everyday business problem as simply as it can. And the closer that problem is to money, the more money it will make you. It really is that simple. So, what's the closest problem to money? It's getting new customers. Every business on the planet needs leads, they need appointments, and they need revenue to survive. And most are not content with the position they are in right now. So that problem never disappears. Yet most of the models that people are chasing in AI right now solve much, much weaker problems. They look to save people time, for example, to make them more efficient. And ultimately, people going down this path are gonna struggle long-term in the market. They will waste months building something that never really stood a chance in the first place. So before I show you how my business actually works and how you can start your own from scratch, I want to address a little bit deeper why AI businesses will fail into the future and how to make sure yours isn't one of those that is setting themselves up to fail. People think that the opportunity is the AI technology itself. It isn't. The opportunity is solving real problems faster and easier than before using AI. And most people are skipping the real problems part because they're too distracted, mentally masturbating over the cool new tech. And I get it. I've been there myself. You look at all the new software coming out, you think, wow, this is the next big thing. This is the thing that's going to make me rich. But that is why most AI businesses fail before they even make their first dollar. Here's what actually happens. People see a new tool, they see a new viral workflow video, and they assume that the tool is the opportunity. And so they build something complicated, something that looks smart and sounds impressive to their friends. But the problem it solves isn't painful enough to sell it for decent money. Decent being 4 figures on a monthly basis. And the moment a new software releases that does the same thing for $20 a month, their entire business disappears overnight and they're onto the next viral workflow video. Now, a good example of this is NA10 workflows and actually their new prompting tool. Once that prompting tool, which we can use to input information and say, I want you to create a prompt for us, once that is good enough to build workflows from complete scratch, those NA10 automators are completely fucked. And business owners will pay a kid minimum wage just to prompt AI to do the building for them, removing the need for this new age of AI automators. Or they're just going to go ahead and do it themselves in the evening because they can get an LLM to do it for them. Now, another huge reason why most AI companies fail is because most AI offers have no clear outcome. They are vague, they are hard to measure, and their clients just can't point to a single number and say, here is the exact value that you created for me. And businesses don't buy into vague. They buy into outcomes. They buy clarity. And the final reason most are setting themselves up to fail is because they build in the wrong order. Instead of learning an industry and understanding the problems a business actually has within that industry, and then using AI to solve these problems, they start with the software. They start with the tools, and they start building based on theory, based on whatever YouTube video is getting the most hype right now. And so they start with the shiny new thing. And it's backwards. The foundation of a successful AI business, or any business for that matter, isn't the tools that you use, because they've been around for years and are always changing. First we had Zapier, then we had Make, and now NA10 has the Spotlight, and eventually another tool will come along and dethrone the others. That is why you start with something that will never be replaced, a painful, boring problem. And then you later decide what tools you want to use to help you solve that problem better. And that's the business that I run today. A business that's made tens of millions in revenue for myself and hundreds of millions in return for the clients that we actually work with. Let me explain it to you. Now, before I even added AI to the company, a couple of years ago, I was running a performance marketing agency for e-commerce brands. Okay, now put simply, I manage their paid ads and we help them increase their monthly sales. But after this rise in AI, I couldn't keep myself away from it. Businesses were worried that they would be left behind. Our clients started talking about it, and this massive demand for AI solutions appeared in the market. And so I added a department in my marketing agency. It's called Affluent.co, and we invested heavily into AI, and we called it this AI lead generation department. And all we did and do is use AI to make it quicker and easier to help our clients get more customers. So how do we actually do this? There are two very simple ways. First, we take over their paid advertising campaigns on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and then we run targeted offers to their ideal customers. We then use an AI appointment setter to speak to the new leads that we generate, to qualify them, and to book appointments straight into the client's calendar. Now, this used to be something a human would do. We would hire an appointment setter, but humans are slow, they get tired, and they're just not as reliable as a computer. So that's the first strategy that we use to get more customers or for our clients using AI. The second is even simpler, because when we're working with a business, we're usually working with existing companies. They will all have databases of past leads who didn't buy their product or service for whatever reason. Now, we can use our same AI appointment setting system to reactivate those old leads. So this simply means that we reach out to them via SMS or WhatsApp, and we kickstart a conversation with them. We then present them an irresistible offer, and we convert those old leads into new buyers. And in doing this, we get our clients a very quick win. And honestly, this isn't a new model. This is something I've been talking about on YouTube for the past year or so. It's something I've been speaking about behind the scenes to our private communities for a little bit longer than that. I've shared stories of people like Nico, who I've spoken about on this channel. He started from zero. He followed this boring path I taught him. He worked with dentists, offered them an AI lead generation service, and then he scaled his agency to over $100,000 a month in just 18 months after launching. I even have an interview with him where he talks all about this. I uploaded it recently. I'll put a link in the description. You can watch it after this. Who else very recently? You got guys like Mustafa. Mustafa is 18 years old, still lives at home with his parents, made $17,000 in October alone, and he only launched 4 months ago, which is mental, and that's definitely not typical growth. He's an absolute beast. But what I'm getting at here is these guys didn't get lost in this AI automation noise. Okay, they kept things super simple, super boring, and they focused on solving an age-old problem of growth for businesses, whilst capitalizing on this hype around AI right now. And so I guess the question is, if I woke up tomorrow with no brand, no team, no money, how would I rebuild everything from zero in 2026? Okay, so you can do so coming outside of this video. I'm going to break it down into 5 very simple steps. So grab a notepad, pay attention to this. I hope you're already paying attention by the time you get to this point of the video. And if you haven't yet, smash the subscribe button so you get notified when we bring out new videos. Well, you have to have your notification bell on for that. Anyway, step 1, pick one niche. That's what I'm going to recommend to you. Okay, one specific type of business that you actually understand. Think real estate agents, software companies, law firms. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you stick to one so your sales messaging resonates deeply with that specific market. And if you don't understand any niche right now, maybe you're completely new to business, you've never had a job before, I recommend picking 3 to start with, see how you get on with each of them, and then set yourself the goal to work down to just one later. Okay, step 2, create one smart offer. Something specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, meaning that you'll do it within a specific time frame. It could be as simple as our AI-powered lead generator will bring 10 to 15 more inquiries per month. Ensure it's something the business cares about, something they can measure, and something they can put a reasonable deadline on. And don't just copy that exact offer, because you're going to sound like everybody else who watched this video. Be creative with it. Now, step 3, we're going to start outreach immediately. DMs, emails, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, whatever platform that niche hangs out on that you've chosen. And I wouldn't spend a week building a website or learning to fulfill services. Spend a week just getting to grips with the basics and then start speaking to prospects, which are potential clients, right away, as soon as possible. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Because the one thing holding you back from getting clients is outreach, is speaking to potential clients and being unafraid to fail forward, testing a whole bunch of different strategies until you find something that works. Way too many people get stuck waiting for the right time or the perfect strategy that simply never comes. You will never feel ready for this, and so the only option you've got is to start right now. Don't procrastinate, don't wait, because you're going to sit back and watch everybody else do this around you. Now, step 4 is you're going to get your first free clients by any means necessary. Whether it's a discounted rate or worst case scenario, a free trial, it doesn't really matter. If a prospect is a good fit, get them over the line. Those first free clients are your proof. And proof is far more valuable than any money you will make in the beginning, because once you have results, everything becomes easier. Your messaging gets stronger, your confidence increases, and then with your confidence, as you get more conviction, you can raise your prices confidently. Finally, double down on what works. As soon as you find the right sales messaging and an outreach strategy that your niche responds positively to, turn on tunnel vision and just do it again and again and again. And don't get distracted. Don't get shiny object syndrome. The grass is green where you water it. Even if it is boring, doing the same thing again and again. You get it by now, okay? I think I've drilled in that point enough. What is boring gets results. And if I followed this exact plan, which is the same plan, by the way, I used years ago, then I would be back at 10K a month in a few months from zero. Probably far less than that, because I've got an unfair advantage on you, and that is years of experience. Now, if there's one thing I want you to take from this entire video, it is this. You don't need a trendy business that sounds cool. You need a boring business that solves a painful problem in a way that can be measured. And if you follow what I laid out today, you'll be shocked at how fast things can move for you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you found this valuable, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.